Don't skip, this'll be quick. For those of you who don't follow the Facebook page, I've been doing a charity shout out every month to help those who need it. This month, it's the American Heart Association, which is an organization dedicated to fighting heart disease and stroke. If you want to donate and help those in need, check out the Facebook page or click the link in the description. It'll be the first one you see. Please consider donating if you can. Now on to the video! What? Well, Scarlett's at the Yaz discussing Greg's whereabouts, and I'm practicing right now. Play OnRush for the PS4? No, dude. I gotta get these exercises down for the test tomorrow. I don't have time to play any games right now. Okay, look. I'm gonna take these off because clearly you're not hearing me. I have a test tomorrow over these exercises, and I need to pass it so I can pass the class. I've already got a video out this month, and the love light will be there tomorrow after the test. So if you don't mind, let me practice in peace. God bless. What the? Oh, Jesus Christmas! So according to Yahoo Search, cause there's more to life than Google, OnRush was developed by Codemasters, who made a bunch of racing games, and that's all I really have to say about that. But it was published by Deep Silver, who made games I have heard of, like Dead Island, Catherine, Mighty No. 9, Right to Hell. Now understand, I'm what the gamers would call a filthy casual. Nowadays, I normally play whenever I get the free time from practicing and other school stuff. So I don't get to play a lot of games, and I don't get to play them to the point of getting good. Also, I love kart racers. Mario Kart, CTR, Team Sonic Racing, Sonic Riders, I love them all. But I know almost nothing about anything outside of the glorious kart racer. The only racing games I've played that aren't kart racers was Burnout 3 Takedown and Building Race for the Wii. So I think I have a pretty good idea what to expect out of this. Now that we got all the background stuff out the way, let's go ahead and get this review over with so I can practice in peace. So, how much love does OnRush deserve? Let's find out. I don't know what to do with my hands during this section because he got me the digital copy, so... Wait a minute, how long has this TV been on? So while I was talking about the developers and all that, the title screen was playing the intro cutscene, and... Okay, I'm kind of pumped. Cars are crashing into each other, rock music's blasting out of my speakers, death. It definitely sets up this feeling of high-octane fun. Now, normally the first thing I do is talk about the story and do this single-player stuff, but there isn't really much of a story to tell. A bunch of dude bros and brodettes decide to crash cars into each other, and people like watching them do that, so it became a sport at the end. It's a non-factor. The game doesn't care, these racers don't care, I don't care, but it's there if you ever want to make a game theory about the science of OnRush or whatever. Anyway, I'll just go online and play a few ranked matches. Just gonna head over the tips to learn the controls, choose one of these weird card things, select a car, and boom! We're off to the races!
Fail.
Or not. See, the focus of this racing game isn't racing, it's team combat. Like, imagine Overwatch with cars. Why did I take my hand off the controller? See, everyone is split into 2 teams of 6, and you basically have to race around to complete an objective. And more often than not, killing your opponent is the best way to do that objective. I just spawned. Look, I can't lie. This gimmick is an absolute blast, and I'm having so much fun right now. There's just something about slamming my opponents into a wall that just feels good, and I can't pin down why. It could very well just be the weight and feel of the car when you slam it to another car. Maybe it's the sound design that uses this meaty sound effect when you take someone out, or maybe it's the totally radical words that appear whenever you introduce them to the backside of a rock. I don't know, but it feels good. See, that felt amazing, and I don't even know what happened. Now what's also cool is that a lot of the game's mechanics are centered around combat, for lack of a better term. For example, there's the Stampede system, where you'll automatically respawn into the middle of the fray if you fall behind or get taken down. meaning there's rarely a dull moment in the gameplay while giving you enough time to get your bearings before jumping back in. Then there's also the track design, which isn't exactly memorable, but it has a lot of obstacles, paths, jumps, and turns that keep you on your toes while giving you plenty of opportunities to introduce that guy to that cliffside over yonder. Or at least I would if I didn't die all the time. Seriously, I think jumping right into ranked matches was a bad idea, because I keep getting my butt handed to me. If I'm not getting sniped from above, I'm falling off cliffs to my death, except that one time I hit the cliff just right, because physics likes me, I guess. Either way, I got so caught up in getting the most kills that I completely ignored the objective and lost. Just like in Overwatch. I know, I should be getting back to practicing and working on getting the big A's. But I cannot in good faith leave with an L. I already got 3 of them, I don't need a 4th. So I'll make you a deal. Once I win this next match, I will get back to work. Cool? Cool. Alright, so I've played a couple more matches and I think I got the hang of the controls. It's a little awkward going from the racing style of Mario Kart or CTR to the more weighty feel of these realistic cars, but I think I got the hang of it. And from what I could tell, it's pretty good. Everything's fast, but it's controllable, and I do feel like most of the wipeouts were my fault. Most of them. Drifting though, well, it's no building race for the Wii, I'll tell you that. From my understanding, the whole point of drifting in general is to make sharp turns without losing speed. So how come Overwatch missed the memo? I meant OnRush. How come OnRush missed the memo? Whenever I try to drift in this game, it never works out for me. I'll either hit the wall I was so desperately trying to avoid, or slow down to a crawl, making me an easy target for anyone with a brain cell. Plus, despite my best efforts, drifting doesn't seem to build your boost gauge. Speaking of boosting, that's also a thing. A big thing, actually. The only way you'll be able to hang with the best of them is to boost. Some would call it a boost to win. Now you can build your boost gauge from things like near misses, taking out the AI fodder or other players, or even getting a lot of hang time. All these things also contributes to building your rush gauge, which powers up your rush boost, which is your ultimate boost that gives you insane speed and overwhelming takedown power. Like an ultimate in Overwatch, this power can turn the tide of a match in your favor if timed right. Heck, it was because I used the rush boost at the right time that I was able to finally win my first match. Which is great, because now I can put this down and finally get back to work. Except the fact that I am 3 games away from getting ranked, and this could be the start of a streak, and I don't want to ruin that, so might as well. Besides, I haven't even gushed about the different car types, which is another thing I really like about this game. There are 8 different cars that are divided into 4 classes: bike, buggy, car, and truck. And this game goes the Sonic 3 route, where each class controls practically the same, but it has enough differences to make them unique. For example, bikes will blow up if you brave too hard, but it's easier for them to gain boost power via tricks and flips. Meanwhile, trucks are clunkier and harder to control, but it's a tough cookie that won't go down without a fight. In addition to the subtle bits, each car has a unique rush ability, vehicle trait, and what I'm gonna call a rush charger, because rush fuel sounds dumb. Your rush ability is that special little thing that your car does when you engage your rush boost, like stealing boost power from other players or blinding nearby enemies. The vehicle trait is a passive ability like randomly dropping boost orbs or giving shields to your teammates. And the rush charger is the one thing a car can do that charges your rush gauge the best, like near misses or barrel rolls.
Do a barrel roll!
Now all this adds variety to the gameplay, giving you an edge in the competition. And most of these abilities are supposed to promote the real superpower of teamwork. Except working together hardly matters. Like the usual online crap aside, the team aspect of this game is shallow at best. Outside of the abilities I just listed earlier, there isn't much you can do to help your team. And even then, you either have to wait for your rush boost or for your passive ability to randomly do the thing. You're honestly better off just doing the objective on your own, because there is no way to intentionally help your team outside of that. If anything, actively trying to help just makes you vulnerable. And it's not like this teamwork racing idea couldn't work. I mean, look at Team Sonic Racing. There, I can easily tell where my team is relative to me, and I can still intentionally help my teammates via the item transfer system. If OnRush had something like that where I can remotely give another player boost energy or something like that, it'd be better. But as it is, the whole teamwork thing falls flat. But who needs a team when I'm a 4th Division Silver Queen, baby? I do. Desperately. I'm kind of out of excuses of why I want to keep playing this game. So, let's talk about the different game modes, since I also think they're really, really cool. Now, there are 4 unique game modes you can play in OnRush: Overdrive, Lockdown, Countdown, and Switch. Each of these game modes use the game mechanics effectively while being fun in their own right. Overdrive is essentially modern Sonic levels and Sonic Forces, because it's a boost to win. I hope you like how I forced that joke, like how the game forced classic Sonic down our throats. Can you tell I'm still bitter about that? Because I kinda am. What is wrong with me? Anyway, in Overdrive, you boost to gain points for your team's counter. It's just simple fun. It requires you to be aware of the track so you can continuously gain boost energy, while also encouraging you to be aggressive towards enemies, because the more players you send to the great respawn lobby in the sky, the less points they can make. It's definitely a risk-reward kind of game that's simple to get into. In Lockdown, there's a moving zone, and your team needs to stay in it for 5 seconds to capture it and get a point. But you can only capture it if your team outnumbers the opponents in the zone. Otherwise, the timer resets. Honestly, it's my least favorite of the bunch. I mean, it's still fun, but it requires you to slow down in order to capture a point. And I don't think I need to explain why that's not good. Countdown is basically that one game mode in the CTR remake where you have to go through rings around the track. Yeah, it's basically that. I think it's great because it focuses more on speed and pathing, but this is definitely where my team screwed me the most, because nobody tells Fade Boys what to do. And then there's Switch. It's essentially a survival mode where you get 3 lives, but here's the twist. Everyone starts with a bike, and with each life you lose, you have to switch to a stronger class until you're the big boy truck. But you're not out of the game when you run out of lives, meaning you can use your truck body to slam the smaller bodies in the gallbladder. This mode is centered on the takedown gimmick, where it's never slow paced and you're never really out. This is definitely the hypest I've gotten for this game, but like I said, all of these game modes are fun. If I had to give the definitive mode ranking tier list or whatever, it'd be Switch, Overdrive, Countdown, then Lockdown. And this ranking is coming from a 6th Division Silver King, so what I say is basically law. Wait, how long have I been playing? 3 days? But my test, Overwatch gets my love rating a friend. OnRush, I'm too distraught! This game is brain dead fun. The mechanics are unique, the game modes are engaging and support the mechanics even if the teamwork stuff falls a little flat, and overall it's easy to pick up and play. It's stupid how easy it is for you to get lost in this game for hours or even days, apparently. Right now, you can get it at the PlayStation Store for around $25. And while I'd argue that's a little much, it's definitely better than $60, so definitely give it a try if you can, because the rush of playing this game is like no other. Okay, that's another love light in the books. Now if you'll excuse me, I need to go tell my professor that my sister had a stroke so I don't end up failing his class. I know I don't have a sister, but I'm really trying not to fail his class right now. Also, have you been on the phone the entire time? Thank you so much for watching. If you want more reviews, make sure to subscribe and become a Love Muffin today. And ring the bell if you want to put some sprinkles on it. Also, follow the socials for updates. And remember, it's okay to take a break every once in a while. Just don't overdo it. But until next time, I'm the Loveless Gamer, and I believe that every game deserves a little love. See you guys next time.